Hello, myself Dr. Sudha from Government Science College, Autonomous, Bangalore. Calculus of Variations is the first unit in Mathematics 6. Let us begin with the first session, Introduction. In Introduction, let us begin with what is Calculus of Variations. Calculus of variations is a powerful technique for the solution of problems in dynamics of rigid bodies, optimization of orbits, and vibration problems. The subject primarily concerns with finding maximum or minimum value of a definite integral involving a certain function. It is something beyond finding stationary values of a given function. Origin of calculus of variations. So to begin with, let us see Queen-Dido's problem. What is this Queen-Dido's problem? It was one of the first problems in calculus of variations. In Greco-Roman mythology, Dido was the queen of Carthage. Now it is known as Tunisia. She was the daughter of a king of Tyre. After her brother Pygmalion murdered her husband, she fled to Libya, where she founded and ruled Carthage. The legend has it that she was told by Larbas, king of Libya, that she could rule all the land around the coast that she could cover with the hide of a cow. Being very clever, she cut the hide into one continuous thin string and used the string to outline the area she could rule. What does this have to do with calculus of variations? It is nothing but the Queen-Dido's problem is to find the maximum area that can be encompassed with a string of fixed length. Now let us see, what does mathematical investigations say? Real scientific and mathematical investigations into such problems probably started with Galileo and Newton. A large number of problems in the calculus of variations have their origin in physics, where one has to minimize or maximize quantities associated to the problem under consideration. We know that in calculus, that is in differential calculus, we deal with problems of maxima and minima of functions. But in calculus of variations, it is, however, concerned with maximizing or minimizing functionals. We later discuss functionals in this session. These quantities, that is functionals, are definite integrals involving some function in the integrand which must be chosen to extremize the integral. That is, to find a function y of x such that the integral I of y is equal to integral a to b f of x comma y dash dx will be a maximum or minimum. Let us begin with the definition of functionals. Functional is a mapping from functions to real numbers. Or we can also state that as let S be the set of all functions of single variable x. That is, the set S contains all functions of single variable x defined over an interval a comma b. Then f from S to R is the set of all reals, is a functional. Now let us consider f of x comma y dash. It is a function where y dash is the derivative of y with respect to x and x belongs to the open interval a comma b. The integral I of y is equal to integral a to b f of x comma y dash dx is a functional. Here, for each y of x, I of y takes a real value. Examples. So, This is the first example. I is equal to integral a to b x plus y dash square dx. Here the function f of x comma y dash is x plus y dash square, and this is an example of functional. Next, I is equal to integral 1 to 2 root of 1 plus y dash square by x. This is also a functional where f of x comma y dash is nothing but root of 1 plus y dash square by x. Next, I is equal to integral x1 to x2 root of y into 1 plus y dash square dx. This is also a functional where f of x comma y dash is nothing but root of y plus y into 1 plus y dash square. In calculus of variations, we determine the function y is equal to y of x satisfying y of x1 is equal to y1, that is y when x is equal to x1, y is equal to y1, and y of x2 is equal to y2, that is at x is equal to x2, y takes the value y2, such that for the given function f of x comma y dash, I of y is an extremum. So I of y may be minimum or maximum. Now let us see the variation of a function f is equal to f of x comma y dash. What is this variation? Variation is nothing but change in f. Let f is equal to f of x comma y dash, which is a function of the independent variable x, dependent variable y, and its derivative y dash. Here y dash is nothing but dy by dx. Let us give a small increment h into alpha of x to the dependent variable y. Here h is a small parameter independent of x. So h does not depend on x. That is y is equal to y plus h into alpha of x. So in this figure, the first curve over here is representing the value of y, and the second curve represents the curve y plus h into alpha of x. That is, after giving increment to y, the curve changes to this upper curve. Now y is equal to y plus h into alpha of x. Its derivative y dash is equal to y dash plus h into alpha dash of x. Here h is a constant with respect to x. Therefore, we need not differentiate h. We need to differentiate alpha, which is a function of x. Now, f of x comma y plus h into alpha x comma y dash plus h into alpha dash of x. This we obtain by replacing y and y dash in the function f by y plus h into alpha comma y dash plus h into alpha dash. Now this function can be written as f of x comma y dash plus h alpha into dou by dou y plus h alpha dash into dou by dou y dash into f plus 1 by 2 factorial h plus h alpha into dou by dou y plus h alpha dash into dou by dou y dash whole square of f plus etc. using the Taylor's theorem for two variables. Now, since h is a small increment or a small parameter independent of x, we can delete or neglect the higher order derivatives, that is the second and the higher order derivatives, and let us retain the first two terms. So we get h of f of x comma y plus h into alpha comma y dash plus h into alpha dash minus f of x comma y dash is equal to h alpha into dou by dou y plus h alpha dash into dou by dou y dash of f. Here this expression is obtained by deleting or neglecting the second and the higher order derivative terms. Now this difference on the left hand side is nothing but the change in f or the variation in f, and it is represented as delta f, and that is equal to h alpha into dou f by dou y plus h alpha dash into dou f by dou y dash. Call this expression 1. Here this delta f is called the variation of the function f. Now let us take this expression 1, that is delta f is equal to h alpha into dou f by dou y plus h alpha dash into dou f by dou y dash, and we get delta y, that is, let us replace this f by y, and we get that to be h alpha into dou y by dou y plus h alpha dash into dou y by dou y dash. Derivative of y with respect to y is equal to 1, and derivative of y with respect to y dash is 0. So we get that to be equal to h alpha. Therefore, delta y is equal to h alpha. Similarly, we can calculate the change in y dash, that is delta y dash, and we get h alpha into dou y dash by dou y plus h alpha dash into dou y dash by dou y dash. Derivative of y dash with respect to y is equal to 0, therefore h alpha into 0, and derivative of y dash with respect to y dash is 1, so we get h alpha dash into 1, so we get h into alpha dash. Call this expression 1. Let us make use of this expression 1, expression 2 and expression 3 in the expression, that is delta f is equal to h alpha. But what is h alpha? H alpha just now we calculated that to be equal to delta y. So replace h alpha by delta y, and similarly h alpha dash, that is nothing but delta y dash. So we can replace h alpha dash by delta y dash. So we get delta f is equal to delta y into dou f by dou y plus delta y dash into dou f by dou y dash. Call this expression 4. And this expression 4 is nothing but the variation of f. What is this variation of f? That is delta f represents the change in f from curve to curve. So in this figure, if this curve, that is represented by y, wherein f contains x comma y dash, and this second curve represents f of x comma y plus h alpha comma y dash plus h alpha dash of x. So this represents the change in f, that is variation in f from curve to curve. Hope everybody could follow the introduction on the variation of the function f of x comma y dash along with the definition of functional.